Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing current favorites. I totally meant to film this. I guess it's only like December 5th. Well, this won't go up on the 5th. I don't know when this is going up. Ew. Okay, well it's gonna be going up a little later. But that's okay because then I won't do December's favorites until, you know, middle of January, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna do current favorites. Last month's favorites I think went up late because for some reason favorites aren't ever the most important for me to film. I'd rather film timely empties videos or timely haul videos, or obviously if I have a review or something that I want to put out. That all takes precedence over a favorites video. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to do some favorites. I am wearing everything that I'm going to be talking about, which I also never remember to do, so that's exciting. So you guys want to see the products that I've been loving in November, and then obviously we're going to talk about music and Christmas movies. Just keep watching. The first thing is actually one from Collab, and this is what I'm wearing today, and I had previously not, my hair is also just, this is what my hair does. It doesn't do anything but this, and then sometimes looks even flatter. I don't know how to fix it. This is from Collab. This is the brand that is sold at Sally Beauty Supply, and their big launch with this initially was, it was created by and with influencers. They helped develop, create, you know, they helped create it, so it's a collab. Anyway. And I've been interested in trying some of the products from the brand, but I just hadn't gotten around to it. It is a drugstore price brand, but it's a little more expensive drugstore price brand in my opinion, although lately they're all getting very expensive. And I was watching Jen from Beautē. She had found these in her store, and there was a brighter colored one and this beautiful green one, and I said, oh, I need this green one. It's an 8-pan. It's called the Palette Pro eyeshadow palette, and this it's called After Hours. Anything with a green in it, a green eyeshadow in it, especially a matte green eyeshadow, you're coming home with me for sure. I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't used this color. I haven't used this color. I've used definitely the, I don't know if I've used this gray. I've definitely used these quite a bit. And I'm wearing, there's no names, but this guy all over the lid and the crease, this guy in the crease, and then this all over the lid. This and this are sort of mixed for my inner corner highlight. I've worn this palette, I would say 10 times at this point, and I quite like it. What I like about it is it can be very simple. Most of the time when I wear this, if I just want something very quick and I just need a little bit of color, because I feel like I look most awake and alive when I have color on my eyes. I feel like it makes a huge difference in just everything about my face. I will go in with this guy all over the lid, you know, like all over the lid, and then I will put this on my lower lid and in the crease, and I really like how these two look together. They blend nicely. This green is really pretty. When it swatches, it doesn't swatch as the most pigmented green ever, but I've said before, I don't think, and I do this too, I'm very guilty of this. We swatch something and our first instinct is to say, oh my gosh, look how pigmented that is. And yes, we want shadows to be pigmented, but it's okay if it's not. You can build up a color. I don't think it's a bad thing when you have to build up a color, especially a dark matte. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I personally am not skilled enough at applying makeup that I want this dark matte green eyeshadow to be the most pigmented thing ever, and then I put it on and it's like, oh, well, okay, kind of stuck with that. Because in my experience, when a shadow is more pigmented, particularly a matte shadow, it's a little more difficult to blend. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I feel like that is my experience with that. Anyway, but I really do like this shadow. This color right here is sort of a, it's almost like a blue-brown shifty color. It looks really pretty over the screen. I quite like this. I'm very pleased with this guy, and I've been wearing it a lot, and this has sort of become like an everyday eyeshadow palette. The other eyeshadow palette that I want to talk about is one that actually came in a BoxyCharm, and this is my first experience with the brand. This is the Ace Beauty which I want to say Beautē because there's a little, it's the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette, and look at how beautiful this palette is. I like this a lot. I know, I always bemoan all the warm tones. I've accepted them now. I still think that there are too many. And we can kind of cool it a little bit. Get it? Because it's hot. And it's cool. But I've used this a few times and I love it. Where I was wearing this, I don't know if I was wearing this I think I was wearing this in a video and also in like an Insta stories, and I got several messages of what is your eyeshadow. That's really cool. This pink is very vivid and there's a sheen to it, but it's not straight up shimmery, and it looks really nice paired with these other mattes. There's 4 mattes and 4 shimmer metallic-y shades, and what I've used so far I really like. And I also like that the colors are named after flowers or spices, because isn't clove and cinnamon a spice? That's not a flower. Is there a cinnamon flower? Am I dumb? Anyway, this is my first experience with this brand. I know their other palettes are longer and have square pans, which always confuses me when a brand has multiple shaped pans. It doesn't confuse me. It kind of annoys me. I want it all to look the same. Other palette that I used because it was a Pick My... Well, I used it because it was a Pick My palette, but I've used it before and still love it, and I want to talk about it again. And that's the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. And if you don't like color at all, you know, this isn't going to appeal to you. But if you want options for color, but still have some neutrals that you can work with, okay, just those two. I love this palette. It is so beautiful. The colors and shadows blend fabulously. You can foil the metallic shadows. Pretty important because I do that all the time. There's so many colorful options in here. I will link the Pick My palette that I use this in up here, and I love this Wicked color. This purple. Oh my gosh. I really love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes of the year. I'm gonna say it. For face things, I actually have a primer that I have used before, but I want to talk about it because I've been using it lately, and I don't know why I'm like all serious about it. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I think that this is really nice. I definitely notice a blurring quality when I put this on my T-zone and my, you know, my large pores that I want to blur. It makes your skin feel kind of soft. Since I don't wear foundation, I don't think it looks weird when I don't put foundation over this. It doesn't, you know, ball up or look like there's something there that should be covered by something else, you know what I mean? So I've really been enjoying this. I've been using this for the last few weeks. 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. The blushes actually kind of look very similar, except one is way more pigmented. No, they don't look similar at all. Never mind. Okay, so the first one is from Too Faced. This is what I'm wearing today. This is their Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush in Baby Love. I don't think you'll be able to see, but it has precious little bunnies embossed in it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love the bunnies. This is my perfect everyday blush because it's not terribly pigmented. I don't want a really pigmented blush all of the time, which is ironic because the next one I'm going to talk about is extremely pigmented. But I like that I can put a lot of this on and it kind of still looks really nice. Like, I think I could put more blush on. And in person it doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of blush either because I know the lights kind of wash everything out. But I have a couple of these. This is my favorite for sure, but I do like all of the other colors that I have, and I've been using this like almost every day this month. That blush and Becca's Wild Honey, I have to make myself put those blushes away because I will just wear them every day. And Tarte Exposed. They're all extremely neutral blushes. The other blush is from Note Cosmetics, and I just talked about this. I think I was using it Get Ready With Me. This is the Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. These have been out of stock on the Ulta website forever. I hope they come back. These are very nice blushes. This one is so pigmented. Hold on. Let's see. I mean, it's a very pigmented blush, and I barely touched it to swatch it. So when you put this on your brush, you're going to want to tap that brush off because this could get out of hand real quick, unless you like that look. That's fine. I really like this blush. It does blend nicely too. It's not one of those blushes that you put on your cheeks and then you just think, oh, well, I have blush, dots of blush on my cheek, because it won't blend away. It blends nicely. I really like the formula. It feels silky. It's a very smooth powder. It's very nice to use. I've quite enjoyed this, and I've used this a lot, and you can't even, I mean, you can still see the embossed, it's not embossed, the imprint of the note in it. You can't see it in the lights because you have to use such little product. Because I've talked about this 1,000 times, I'm gonna just go over it quickly. But this is the ABH Amrezy highlight. This is available now, I think, at Macy's, Ulta. I'm not sure if it's at Sephora. Is it at Ulta? I know this is available again. They brought it back. This is beautiful. It is the softest, most finely milled powder I have ever touched. In the pan, it looks like, oh, that's like a hard pan of highlight. You're gonna have to kind of get your brush in there. No. You just glide your fingers over this silky, soft highlight, and I mean, this is stained from that blush, by the way. And it is beautiful. It's just, I don't know how to say it other than this is the most finely milled pressed powder I think I've ever used. It is delightful. And every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just wear this. And then I put it on, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And the other highlight is from Fenty Beauty. This is their Killawatt Hustla Baby highlight. This is another that's really finely milled. It's very beautiful. Actually, how close are you? Killawatt, you won't be able to see, so I'll just have to tell you. The Killawatt is more gold. They're very, well, you can probably see. This is the Amrezy. This is the Killawatt Hustla Baby. They're both very finely milled. I really like both of them. I feel like this looks a little more glittery on my skin than the Amrezy highlight does. They're both beautiful though, and I am glad that I own both. I'm glad that this is a mini because, as I've said, I want my products to be minis other than eyeshadow. And I don't know if this is cheating because this is a new thing, but I understand the hype about these now. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner in Pillow Talk, which is what I have on today. And then the Pillow Talk lipstick. I can't remember I think it's the one in the matte. I can't remember what it's called, but it'll be linked below. Lipstick in Pillow Talk. It's so beautiful. I think that this is a really lovely color. For my skin tone especially, it kind of goes with everything. It's a little bit warm, but it's also really neutral. It's the cutest ever. And I don't even think this is supposed to be like a long wearing lipstick, but I wore this the other day all day. I ate and drank and I wasn't really trying to be careful. And I still had lipstick on my lips at the end of the day. It was kind of amazing. So I don't know if that is supposed to happen, but it did. I can see me repurchasing those products when I finish these little babies. Okay, so what did I watch this month? Like 1,000 Christmas movies. I'm gonna leave my personal Instagram linked down below. It's always linked down below, but I'll move it up so you can find the link more easily. I just love the Christmas movies. Yep, they all have the same plot, and yeah, I know how they're gonna end. And as some of them, I don't even have to start from the beginning to... I know, they all have the same plot. I don't care. I'm going to watch all of them. I love how festive everything is. I love that everyone is wearing either green or red in just about every scene. And it's not something that you would notice right away, or at least I didn't notice it right away, and then I was like, wow, they're wearing green or red in every scene. And I love that. I love how wholesome they are. I can watch them with my daughter. There's no swearing, there's no violence, there's no illicit behavior. The most scandalous thing is when they romantically kiss at the end. I just love that they're so wholesome. And even my husband said, because he was watching some with me, and I was like, you kind of like these, don't you? And he said, it's kind of nice that they're so wholesome. Like, there's no swearing, there's no blood, they're just wholesome movies. It's kind of nice. And I was like, it is nice because we can watch them with our daughter and she likes them, and then at the end she always goes, oh, that's gross, they're kissing. Because she's 5. I really have been enjoying them. I I don't want to tell you how many Christmas movies I've watched this year, but if you follow my personal Instagram, you can add it up. It's a lot. I don't even care. One that wasn't like a romantic Christmas movie was The Christmas Chronicles, and I think I talked about this on another Get Ready With Me, but that is a great one. That's not a romantic one, it's just a family Christmas movie. I love how Kurt Russell portrays Santa. That was a good one. I think that is my favorite new one that I have seen this year. And then I've rewatched some old favorites. Christmas Inheritance, Christmas in the Smokies, A Christmas Prince. I did watch A Christmas Prince Royal Wedding, and I did not like that nearly as much as I liked the first one. It just seemed... I don't know what about it I didn't like as much, but I just didn't like that one as much as I liked the first one. It was okay, but, you know, if you're gonna watch A Christmas Prince, I would watch the first one before, you know, over the second one. And I have watched zero other TV other than Christmas movies, which again is kind of nice. It's just festive. I've consumed a lot of hot chocolate also. For music, here's a weird thing about me. I love the Christmas movies. I don't really love listening to Christmas music that much. There's like 5 Christmas songs, and I do like Christmas songs. I like the Brett Eldredge Christmas CD and Michael Bublé's Christmas CD, obviously. And, you know, a few others, but I don't want to listen to Christmas music all the time, so I'm still listening to regular music. First of all, there's new Backstreet Boys music. I'm so excited. Yes, there's new Backstreet Boys music. It's called Chances. It's amazing. Obviously, I'm obsessed with it. I don't say obsessed with things. I really try to not say that I'm obsessed with something, except that I am actually obsessed with this. And Christmas movies. I can safely say that I'm obsessed with Christmas movies. I'm so excited, and then they announced a new tour. I almost cried. It is, I can't even talk about it. I get all warm and like tingly feeling when I talk about the Backstreet Boys, and I'm a grown-up, and I know it's not a normal reaction, but I can't help it. It is how I react to the Backstreet Boys. I really like Morgan Wallen. I like how redneck his voice sounds. Maybe that's weird, but I like his, you know, kind of redneck voice. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's nice. And his song is called Whiskey Glasses, and it's just like a fun drinking song.
Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, cause I don't wanna see the truth. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, if I'm gonna make it through. If I'ma be single, I'ma need a double side of that heartbreak proof, and see the world through whiskey glasses.
Another one is from Casey Musgraves, and I've never been a huge Casey Musgraves fan. Not disliked her, but you know, just never really paid much attention to her. And she was on some award show, CMAs or whatever, last month, and she did this song live, and I thought, oh my goodness, like her voice is actually very good. She has a very crystal clear voice, and I liked this song. And the last new one is a brand new song. It just came out the other day. I don't know if it's actually out. I heard it on Sirius Highway, but it's from Kane Brown, and I like Kane Brown. His voice, I like his voice. He reminds me of a modern Randy Travis, which is not necessarily in his style, but just his voice is reminiscent of Randy Travis, and who doesn't love Randy Travis? I mean, he's awesome. But it's called Baby Come Back to Me.
Oh, baby, come back to me. Give me one more chance to be a better man. Just don't have to be goodbye. Don't do this to me tonight. Just come back to me. Baby, come back to me.
Okay, and then the other like random things. I did actually see a concert in November, which was fun. And it was Chris Young with Dan and Shay and Morgan Evans, and I had seen Dan and Shay before. I think they'd opened for someone. I don't know. I'd seen them before, and I like Dan and Shay. They're nice. I mean, I don't know how nice they are. I like their songs. But I'd never seen Chris Young, and I'd never seen Morgan Evans, and I thought I knew a lot more Chris Young songs than I did. He put on a great show, and it was good, but I was like, oh, I don't know this song. Oh, I don't know this song either. But I still had fun. I don't really have to know all the songs. But one thing I want to mention about Morgan Evans, that is Kelsey Ballerini's husband, and he's from Australia, I believe. But he was really impressive. He was the only person on the stage. He was his entire band, so he did a lot of stuff acoustic. He was using a looper and, doing his own like backup. It was like really impressive and quite talented, and he sounded good. He quite impressed me. And he's got that song "Kiss Somebody" and "Day Drunk," and I mean he has others, but those are his two, I think, main songs. The other random favorite is a YouTube video, and it's from Sophia Nygaard, and it's the Mixing Every Beauty Guru's eyeshadow palette. I just love watching those. I would never, I don't think I could ever do that. I know that they're not destroying the palettes and they're still completely usable, but I just don't think I could ever do that. But I really like watching other people do it. Not destroying them, but there was a process for it, so that was fun. Those are my current favorites. I'll try to get this up, this weekend. It's not quite up to the middle of December. How was your Thanksgiving? Did everyone have a good time? Are you ready for the holidays and Christmas? I think I have 2 Christmas presents left to get, and then I'm done. And they're already wrapped under the tree. Fun and festive. So hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. And if you found me through Vlogmas, hello, my name is Amanda. And subscribe if you haven't already. I will talk to you guys in my next video.